Okay, you have one of the highest viewed videos also. Like I was just checking out your Instagram, TikTok. I think there is one video about Steve Jobs that you created.
Right.
It got 45 million views on YouTube.
I had friends from middle school who reached out to me on Facebook saying they saw that video.
Let's play that video for a moment.
Go ahead.
The iPad, and it is genius.
What should we price it at? If you listen to the pundits, we're going to price
It has got 2.4 million likes.
$1,000, which is code for $9.99.
He first gives you a high price as an anchor, and then he says,
And I am thrilled to announce to you that the iPad pricing starts not at $9.99, but at just $499.
So dramatic with the
So dramatic.
this sudden drop in price makes the new price look all the more appealing. $499 might seem really expensive, but $499 down from $1,000? Now that's a good price.
You know what's interesting about that video? If you check the comments, 99% of them are about how obvious what I said is. and a lot of them are, oh, hagglers in India do this all the time, bro. This is not revolutionary. So I'm hoping in those 45 million, there were a group of people who still got value from it, and the other half were like, bro, my tailor does this every time I go to him as well.
Yeah, but it's a very good, the way that you started this is like,
This is how Steve Jobs announced the price of the iPad, and he didn't.
and it is a genius, and it is genius. Like, break down this, like, how did you get into
So
it?
Steve Jobs, people are familiar with Steve Jobs. This is how he did X, Y, Z. I want to see what that process is like, anticipation. And it is genius, so it sounds like there's some inherent tip or technique there that they will learn. So this is the hook of it, and then the meat is me dissecting how he did it.
So you are using a credibility hook, sorry, celebrity hook.
Yes.
Somebody who is known to most of the people.
Right.
And then you're telling like this is how he did it, and you are also anchoring the fact that it was genius, so that they, you push a little extra in saying that this is how you could also become a genius. So transformation.
Exactly. And this was supposed to be a sales video. I was supposed to make a video about price anchoring, where if you have a number and you place it next to a much bigger number, the price looks smaller. But if I said, here's how to price anchor, you lose 44.9 million views right there.
See, this is so interesting because I wouldn't want to listen to price anchoring video because most of the people wouldn't even understand the definition of price anchoring.
And it only gets people who are familiar with that terminology.
Yeah.
And I want to make the message a lot more broad.
And that's why you used a little known personality and the way that he did it. Like, it is genius.
If I say, here's how to start a speech, and I give them the technique, even if I'm saying the right thing, people might think, okay, but who's this guy? Why should I trust him? But if I say, here's how Steve Jobs starts his speech, now all of a sudden they can't argue with it.
And you remember, like you and I, we were also having the same discussion that why would people care about, oh, this is how you become a public speaker?
Yeah.
Because most of the people might not be even interested in becoming a public speaker. Yeah. But if you say that this is how Priyanka Chopra would spoke on the recent interview.
Yes. I will say from a business point, sometimes people are not interested in the public speaking. They're just interested in seeing what their favorite celebrity does. So they're not always interested. They're like, oh yeah, I love Taylor Swift. And isn't she an amazing public speaker? So it has nothing to do with their interest in public speaking. No. But so sometimes it attracts the wrong views too. You got to keep that in mind.
Yeah, but you know what is interesting about it? Once they thought, I mean, this is what my analysis is, that, maybe they gotten into consuming your content from the entertainment perspective.
Right.
But towards the end, they're also learning out of it.
Yeah.
Which gets them to come back again to you and saying, oh, it was entertaining, but I also learned something new about it.
Yeah, the hope is that you spread the message to people who don't know they need it. So I didn't want to be a good public speaker until I met Karen Knight that day. So I'm hoping someone doesn't want to be a public speaker, a good communicator, and they watch my video and say, hey, Taylor Swift is so amazing, Steve Jobs is so amazing, I can be like that too.
Thank you for listening to this podcast. And if you're not subscribed yet, then click right now and subscribe, because every week I'm going to post a video or a podcast, and it is going to be about marketing, content creation, and business. And if you want to check out some other videos and interviews, then here are some of my recommendations for you.